Hey everyone, Teamudf here, and that's right, it's time for me to remember this series. It's Teamudf News, and you know what, screw it. We're gonna have Kajido be the star of the show for once. Because he's never the star of the show. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing started, because I'm tired. General update time. Yes, it is finally vacation time. However, I spent my first week of vacation just about as stressed as I would have been had I actually been in school, so that wasn't too much fun. Hopefully my next few weeks of vacation go a little bit better. What ended up happening, oh my god, I can't even speak anymore. What ended up happening is, okay, I was supposed to do 2 more semesters of, like, my graduate work in the fall and next spring, and that would be when I graduate. However, what I like to do in the summer, well, what I like to do also, in addition to taking my courses, is I like to teach in college and university and stuff. However, the university that I'm at now has a new rule where apparently graduate aides are no longer allowed to be reclassified as LTLs in the summer. So this means if I do not take a class, I cannot teach. Therefore, to teach, I have to do an independent study this summer. Luckily, one of my professors was very kind and gave me a project to do or something. It's just the fact that now I have to do something else during the summer that's kind of annoying me. So, I'll have to be doing that in addition to teaching on 3 different campuses in the summer, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I will hopefully, I don't know, hopefully get something done. God mode on? Must. Oh well. Anyway. So, I don't know, there's that. Everything else is fine, like Smash, Wii UDF, Tales, all my series, they're still going, they're all still fine. It's just that this time, the issue is that I don't have time to edit because I'm running around doing all this other stuff. So it's not like in the past, where I had problems actually sitting down and playing games and recording. No, the problem here now is that I just don't have the time to edit things, so great. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's my general update. Oh, but as a consolation prize to this, I will graduate in the fall, by which I mean December, because it's a fall semester. Instead of the spring. Of course, I won't be able to do anything with my degree for that first semester, but I don't know. So maybe if I, like, suffer for these next 2 semesters or something, it'll come out green at the end. It's what I'm hoping anyway. Let's go to our first topic. Alright, so some of you were around yesterday for the return of Streamudf. Oh boy, we had some fun with Team Fortress 2 and some Trouble in Terrorist Town. 2 of my new favorite games to play on Steam. By which I mean I've been playing them for close to a year now, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Die, dear! So anyway, I've been trying... Dang. That sucked. Been trying to bring back Streamudf for a long time now. Finally did it on Friday, May 15th, 2015. Ho ho. And... I don't know, I know you guys want to see some, like, some more of the Random Oblivion adventure. We can probably do some more Morrowind and stuff. But I'm thinking when I come back to doing some streaming, we'll do some new games as well. Some of which I'll talk about in the final question of today's episodes. That's right, we actually have questions in this episode, but you knew that by looking at the title card, so I'll just shut up now. Anyway, something else I had an idea for is, some of you are used to some of my older streams where I would just kind of get on stream and talk to people and then work on, like, Zelda Classic or RPG Maker or something. I actually kind of want to give that a name now. The name I wanted to give it was Teamudf Workshop, but, Satellite came up with the clever name of Streamudf Workshop, so it might either be Steamudf Workshop or Streamudf Workshop, one of those 2 things, but... Yeah, because sometimes I just want to work on things. And, I don't know, I'll probably listen to some chill music or something. It'll be copyright free, of course, so... anyone worried about that, but... Other than that, that's what I may start using some of my streams for. Not all of them, of course, we'll play games and goof around and do the interactive things. It would just be a good way to use some filler episodes and maybe do some Q&A footage or something later on down the road. Could also be helpful for, like, Teamudf Unhinged and all those things, where I actually want guests on the show. And we can have audience participation and things. So it's like the ideas are all there, I just need to be able to, like, I need the time to execute them and stuff, and that's my main problem with the general update, but anyway, that's it for that. Topic numero dos is Lost Lineage. Holy crap, I'm so mad at this because I don't even think I've worked on Lost Lineage since, like, jeez, I would even go back as far as saying January. I don't think I've worked on it since then. I just have not had the time. I've completely lost interest in ZC for now. I don't know. I've been able to play ZC. Like, I've been sitting down and doing quite a few Royal Darkness episodes in each recording session, but other than that, I don't know. I just haven't been able to do ZC stuff lately. I'm not sure if I'm losing my drive entirely, or if it's just because I don't have the time to, like, learn the scripting and do all the complicated things that I want. So then I kind of, like, shut down for a bit, because I ask people to do a couple things for me, and then they do them, but then oh, please don't crash. Okay, sorry, Oblivion crashed. I cannot possibly care anymore. We'll just continue with the little Teamudf logo thing in the background. Anyway, so I ask people to do stuff for me in ZC, and they get it done, but then I feel bad afterwards, so I don't want to ask them for anything else. So then if I get this idea that requires a script or something, and I can't do it myself, then I just have to, like, shut down and go on to another idea. And if this pattern continues on, then I never get anything done, and I think that's part of my frustration, is I just don't have the capability to do everything I want in ZC. Which is why I feel like my game development interest is eventually going to be poured into RPG Maker, or maybe some other engine eventually, just because they're, like, easier for me to work with, and I don't have to mess around with things. ZC is fun, but I don't know, I don't have all the things I need to do what I want to do in ZC. So I don't know. Other than that, I would definitely say I'm not going to quit ZC until Lost Lineage is done. I also wanted to do a collab project with a very good friend of mine, but I just can't do the standalone ZC projects anymore. They're way too big. I mean, something like AU that only took a year to come out, that was phenomenal that it only took a year for AU to come out. But now, like, Lost Lineage or something that's just supposed to be much larger, I don't feel like I can put the maximum amount of potential as I should be able to into it, so I don't want to, like, disappoint anyone. But I also don't want to leave the story unfinished, so I will finish it for you guys. I just don't want it to be hyped to the moon, because it's definitely not going to be anywhere worthy of what it could possibly be. So, I don't know if that is even a consolation prize or what, but there goes that. Okay. Next, let's go to the next thing now. Hey, something specific I wanted to bring up was that the Skyrim monetization video that Grumpman and I did a couple weeks ago, or so maybe it's a few weeks by now, I can't remember. But in any case, that seemed to go over pretty well, actually, and I actually also had a lot of fun doing it. I'm not sure if I want to do more opinion videos like that, but it at least gave me a few ideas for something called, like, UDF Chat or the UDF Lounge, or some more things for Teamudf Unhinged or something. I'm kind of getting back into the mood to do those things now, where I have, like, guests on the show, and we kind of do our own thing, or we have, like, a talk show with questions from people in Twitch chat or something. It's just kind of something to get the interaction and the conversation rolling here, because it is a gaming channel, but as someone has pointed out in the past, they wanted to see me try some more things besides gaming, and I said, okay, challenge accepted, and I don't know, I think we've got a couple good things going here, so, provided I can get the time invested into all these things again, that is definitely something else I want to keep an eye out for. I also had a really crazy idea for the UDF Lounge, where my friends Jay, James, and I, we have these really old chat logs from, like, MSN or something way back when. These are, like, the early 2000s we're talking here. And I thought for, like, an episode we would go through these old chat logs and just respond to or react to whatever the conversation was that we were having back then. Just kind of see some of the crazy antics of UDF past or something. I don't know. Just some kind of goofy fun like that. I also don't know how much of you still have an interest in the Remembering 2014 series. So what I decided, because it's so far into 2015 now, so what I decided to do is I started writing notes out for a Remembering 2015 series, and I'm sure I'll do that at some point, because holy crap, do I have some things to say about February 2015. Oh man, I've got a whole lot of things to say about February 2015. One of the worst months I have ever lived in my entire life, but anyway, so if you guys are still interested in the 2014 series, go ahead and let me know. I think I left off in April or something, so I would have to go to May and go on to December. And now, since it's been so long, my notes are kind of scattered and my memory's not as good as far as what happened in 2014. But I do still think I have enough notes to keep that rolling if you guys want to check that out or something. Otherwise, I'll just try to stick to, like, more relevant or modern topics or something. I don't know, I've always wanted to do, like, a radio show kind of thing, but I never exactly had a good idea for what to do it with. That random Teamudf chat thing that you guys heard about in it was the 2500th video. I showed you a clip of Jay and myself doing the original Emporium commercial. We wanted to do stuff like that in the past and then never got around to it. So, because I remember the tagline was going to be UDF chat where reason is out to lunch or something like that. And then we changed it to stealing your hopes and dreams and turning them into cash for us 24/7. It was just goofy fun. And I want to get back to doing goofy fun because I feel like when I get too serious, things don't go over as well. Like even when I'm ranting and raving in my ZC games and whatever, you know, that's still fun. I kind of want to do that. Just all this random stuff. So yeah, there's that. Maybe some kind of talk show or something. It'll also give me an excuse to do that radio for what was it called? Saints Row 4, or maybe like screwing around in GTA 5 or something. I could just replace I could make like my own radio station with Grumpman and Jay or some other people. We could just, I don't know, give it to people to download or something, or put it on iTunes or whatever. I don't know. I've all these ideas, but it's just not enough time. I don't know. I guess that's the theme of the episode. Holy crap, we actually have questions in this episode of Teamudf News, so let's go right to it. Question number 1. Do you need any new voice actors for Tales from Cyrodiil? No, I do not. That's the shortest possible answer I can give you. A slightly longer answer would be, if I do, in fact, want some new voice actors or voice actresses for Tales from Cyrodiil, I'm sure some of the veterans of the series will remember around my 600th video, I think, I uploaded an audition for the Tales cast that we kind of have now. I think like maybe 3 or 4 people still exist from that thing. But in any case, that's where we mostly got the voice actors from. So if I need more voice actors, or even if they're just like one-shot characters or something, one-liners or whatever, I will put up auditions for it or something to kind of keep the excitement rolling. But other than that, unless I ask for them, no, I don't need any more right now. So yeah. Question 2 kind of combines a whole bunch of questions about forgotten games like Outlast, Whistleblower, Sin to the Prophet, Endless Legend, those things. Basically, let's combine all these into one question. Am I going to continue those series? I honestly completely forgot about Outlast Whistleblower. I think it's because I was distracted with Five Nights at Freddy's, and then I just completely, I dove into the ether of horror games and just, I don't know, I never got back to it or anything. So if you guys still want to see Whistleblower, since I've got some interest in it myself, we can go ahead and buy that, and I'll go ahead and play it. It's also related to question 3 that I would be interested in buying it and playing it. But anyway, Grunt and I are planning to do more Sins of the Prophet. We're setting up some for the summer so far. I can't guarantee a date or a time, but I definitely do want to set up at least 1 or 2 more of those because that was really fun. It gave Grunt a whole lot of views on his channel, so I was actually very happy to see him with some success there. And it was just a really fun mod. You don't really see too many good mods, especially when they kind of overhaul the game. They can tend to be pretty screwy, but this one was actually really good, so I need to desperately update my Sins of a Solar Empire game, but I'm sure after I do that, I can download Sins of the Prophet again and do some more with Gruntman. As for Endless Legend, I guess Sins and Endless Legend both fall under this category where I like playing them and recording them, but I feel bad for doing so, because, like, my character in all these RTS games is the Space Don, where I collect the money, I pay people to do my dirty work and everything. I'm not really actively doing a whole lot on screen myself. Like, if you watch some of my streams from, like, the Endless Legend games or something, or I've got one with Grunt and Zan that I can upload possibly soon. I just have to edit it, maybe. Maybe I'll be too lazy to edit it. I don't know, and I don't care anymore. Just do stuff, basically. Anyway, I feel bad when I upload those because I just feel like the perspective of what I'm doing must be so boring because I'm just sitting here, like, managing my money and exploring and stuff. I'm not really actively attacking too many people, and if I do, I'm, like, auto-resolving the battles or something. I'm not really getting into too much trouble. So I don't know. I think the only reason I even upload them is because we're screwing around and having fun the whole time. So if that's your kind of thing and just random discussions and Googling and whatever, then definitely I can do some more Endless Legends, but I don't know. Otherwise I just feel bad because it's like I'm just sitting in my little cozy town for 4 hours, and sometimes literally is 4 hours. Just kind of building up my cash, fighting off NPCs, auto-resolving the battles, and then Zan and Grunt sweep in and just blow everything up. So I don't know. Maybe I would have changed my playstyle or something. But it's easy because it helps me win, and I don't know. I got nothing. So some forgotten games that are coming back: Sins of the Prophet, and Endless Legend. If you guys want to see Outlast Whistleblower, go ahead and let me know. We'll just pick it up and do it. I haven't done a horror game in a while anyway, so we might as well find something, right? This also generally leads into question 3, which is what new games do you have coming on the horizon, Teamudf? Well, viewer oof, I will reveal to you that it was actually this past week that I decided to just go ahead and start browsing Steam and looking for some games that I really wanted to play. And I actually have the list in front of me right now, so maybe it's a good thing that Oblivion crashed, because I've got a decent number of them that I can talk about right now. Let's see. Do I have... Oh, first, thank goodness I write notes out, because I would have forgotten this. I did first want to mention that Grunt and I are going back to our Let's Play Random Free-to-Play Games on Steam series. We wanted to go back to Tribes Ascend, and we actually tried to. However, for some reason, I cannot get Tribes Ascend to run on my computer anymore. It is failing every time I try to boot the program, and we've been through a couple fixes, but none of them have done anything, so I don't know if we can get back to Tribes Ascend. However, what we do have for you so far, we have a few episodes of Savarium, I think it was called. It was a free-to-play shooter. I also believe it was an early access, but Grunt and I played a few rounds of that and then hopped off. It wasn't terrible. It's got a way to go, but it wasn't terrible at all. So stay tuned for some episodes of that. Of course, we've got a whole bunch of episodes coming from RoboCraft, which some of you may recognize from the Tower Power Pokey episode that I just randomly uploaded one week. That game is actually really fun. I actually recommend that one. So if you're looking for a free-to-play game, what you do basically is you have all these cubes and triangles and stuff, and you basically have to build death machines and then go shoot them at other death machines, and they're robots. They're all robots. So RoboCraft is actually quite fun. I highly recommend it. Alright, some new games that I'm actually looking at here in Steam, just to kind of splurge by and start LPing them or streaming them and uploading them to YouTube later or whatever. Now, this first one here we've got is called Windward. Seems to be reminiscent of Sid Meier's Pirates, if anyone knows what that is. I do not, but that seems to be the comparison that people are making a lot in the comments section of the reviews section, rather. As far as I can tell, it's a sandbox where you travel around on a pirate ship. You try to upgrade your pirate ship, take out pirates, take over some territory, do questing for small island towns, try to build up the towns. I don't know if you can blow up the towns, though. It's also got multiplayer. I don't really care much about the multiplayer, though. It just seems like a very casual, calming atmosphere. The graphics on this water, though, look freaking amazing. So if you're looking for some good water graphics, I guess go look up this Windward game. What was I saying? Windward? Oh my god, Windward. I'm just so tired that I can't unto words anymore. Whatever. But I can unto Windward. Okay, anyway, that's enough of that. So that one looks pretty good. It seems very casual, but I don't mind it because I could just talk about random stuff and sail around and fight pirates or whatever. So I'm looking at that one. The second game we've got here is called Invisible Ink, which seems to be a turn-based spy game. Maybe reminiscent of Mission Impossible or Splinter Cell or something, but it's a turn-based isometric game. Turn-based strategy. They also label it under Cyberpunk, but I don't really care. The graphics look pretty nice. I believe you're a team of spies, as far as I can tell, and you have this grid-like isometric board that you're walking around trying to hack materials and avoid detection and security systems and everything. So this seems like a pretty fun game, actually. It's made by the makers of Mark of the Ninja, which I actually saw Let's Play, or not Let's Play, I actually saw Speedrun last year, I believe, at one of the GDQs, so that was quite fun. So yeah, this one looks pretty fun, actually, Invisible Ink. Probably definitely going to get that one. I'm not sure about Windward yet. That one was a maybe for me, but Invisible Ink I think I'm definitely going to get. This third one is called Crystal Rift, which it's a dungeon crawler, a horror-based dungeon crawler. However, it's an early access, and this is where it kind of starts to get iffy for me, is it's an early access and it's $25. They've got, it's a psychological kind of horror game where you're walking around. Actually, it's also a grid-based RPG. Well, not really, I won't say RPG. It's a grid-based dungeon crawler, where if you guys have seen my few episodes of Legend of Grimrock 2, which I still haven't finished yet, you basically move around on this grid. Except in this case, you're not like fighting anything. You're solving puzzles and trying to survive because it's supposed to be like a survival horror kind of game or whatever. So that looked really cool about it. There are like these cool spikes and pitfalls and everything. The graphics look nice and everything. It even comes with a level editor, and it looks a lot more straightforward than the level editor in Legend of Grimrock 2, which I'm very pleased about. You guys know I love my level editor games because I just like to create things. I don't know. If I get in the mood to create something, I'll go off and just be absolutely crazy with it. So this all looks good, but it's $25 and it's in early access, so I'm not too sure if I want to pick it up or not, because that's, I don't know, a steep price tag for something that's not completely finished yet. I also believe it's best experienced with the Oculus. Well, you know what the Oculus is, so I don't have an Oculus, and I do not plan on getting one, so I'm not sure if this is the right game for me, but I don't know, it's tempting. Maybe I'll, like, see if the price gets dropped later on, or if they add more features that make it desirable or something. Crystal Rift, that one was called. Next up, we've got Last Word, which may be one of the most clever RPG ideas I've heard of in quite a while. This is I'm certain this was made in RPG Maker. It has to be, just kind of like looking at the graphics and stuff. But in any case, a very clever idea for an RPG where you don't fight with like swords and guns and everything. Rather, you're in this like fancy mansion or something, and you're supposed to like battle people with your words. Like you're supposed to try and trounce them with logic or chatter or something. That seems to be the case of what's going on here. Like I'm looking at a picture right now, and I'm assuming they're in a battle, and I see like there's a slider bar as to like how well you're doing in the conversation. There's options for being like disruptive, submissive, aggressive in the conversation or something. And what's really neat is like all the character models seem to be like colored in silhouettes or something. So that's pretty interesting. So definitely a unique take on how to battle with someone. Just a battle of wits, a battle of words, if you will. So that one is Last Word. Oh, drat. I think I missed the sale for that one. Let me refresh the page. I did oh, God. No, shut up. Okay. Okay. I did miss the sale for that one, but that's okay. It's only still like $10. Alright. And the last one I was looking at is called Rooms, the Unsolvable Puzzle. You're in the mansion of a toy maker or something, and you're familiar with those little slider puzzles where you're trying to put a picture together, but you have to slide the pieces of the picture up, down, left, and right in like a puzzle fashion in order to like put the picture together. That seems to be what's going on here, but instead of like putting a picture together, you're like piecing together puzzles and paths or something to try and escape these rooms. So that also seemed like a very interesting premise. I don't think there's much more to that one though, so that's really all I can say about it. So these are just some. That one was Rooms, the Unsolvable Puzzle. So these are just some of the games I've been looking at on Steam. 5 of them to be precise. I'm basically just looking for random things to buy and try out and play, because not a lot of games on Steam are expensive. In fact, all the ones I mentioned are around like $10 to $15. The only ones that are more expensive than that are Invisible Ink, which is $18, and of course Crystal Rift, which is $25, so I'm not too sure about that. I think Outlast Whistleblower is still pretty cheap, so we can also do that as well. But yeah, so those are the things I've been looking at. These are all the things going on in my head right now. Hopefully they make somewhat sense to you. If you have any feedback on anything you've heard here today, please go ahead and give it to me. That's the point of the Teamudf news episode and stuff. And of course, if you have some more questions for me, we can answer those in the next episode of Teamudf News, or we can do a live stream and get the Teamudf Unhinged thing rolling. Have I been saying hinged this whole time? Oh my god. Alright. Let's stop before I go crazy. And it looks like my mouse is randomly disconnecting, so for those people who don't believe me when I say my mouse is randomly disconnecting in the middle of TTT rounds and stuff, there's the proof. It's just a little thing indicating that my mouse has been disconnected for a split second. Don't know what's up with that. I've got problems, everyone, but we're going to work through them. We're going to try to have some fun this summer on Teamudf Gaming, and I hope you guys will join me for some fun. We'll keep going with Zelda Classic games. We'll pick up Wind Waker and Link's Awakening at some point, hopefully. I don't know how, but as long as we're waiting for those, we'll keep going with the ZC games. I will try my best to finish Lost Lineage for you guys. I know some of you have really been looking forward to that, especially after you played AU, and you know that Lost Lineage is just basically going to be a bigger version of AU, so we're trying to set that up for you, hopefully. What else can I say? Tales from Cyrodiil's fine. I've never been happier with my progress on Tales than this year, actually. Smash Wii UDF, I need to edit it. It's easy. I just don't have the time to do it right now. But we'll keep going with that. I've got some fun stuff planned for you guys. I think I said I had to alter my storylines because I'm not as far along as I want to be, but whatever, we're still having fun. It's a fun little series. And, of course, anything else that I just said. I'm too tired. I can't keep going on. I'm also not going to keep you any longer than this. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Ask questions or put comments wherever. And I'll see you next time for more Team UDF Gaming. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!